Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we're diving into a major political story that's creating waves across Washington. A controversial deportation case has sparked a growing divide within the Democratic Party, raising serious questions about how aggressively they should confront former President Donald Trump on immigration, one of his key political strengths. As some Democrats are calling for the immediate return of Abrego Garcia, a Maryland resident who was deported to El Salvador, others are treading carefully, choosing instead to focus on economic issues that continue to dominate voters' concerns. The Biden administration admits that Abrego Garcia, who was under a withholding order that should have prevented his deportation and had no criminal convictions, was removed due to what they called an administrative error. The administration has claimed that Garcia had gang affiliations and was rightfully deported, a claim the Supreme Court rejected. Last week, the court ordered the administration to facilitate Garcia's return, prompting a federal judge to demand daily updates on the progress. Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland has taken the lead among Democrats, even traveling to El Salvador to advocate for Garcia. He posted on X, formerly Twitter, that he had met with Garcia, who is now reportedly being held in a notorious prison and denied access to his family or lawyers. Abrego Garcia was illegally abducted, Van Hollen wrote. I've called his wife, Jennifer, to pass along his message of love and support. The senator's efforts have been praised by younger Democrats pushing for the party to take a more aggressive stance against Trump. David Hogg, the 25-year-old vice chair of the Democratic National Committee, launched a new group to challenge older Democratic incumbents in blue districts. This is exactly what we need more of, Hogg wrote on X. We have to show people how we're fighting back and protecting Americans from Trump's reckless agenda. But not everyone in the party is ready to jump into the immigration debate. California Governor Gavin Newsom, for example, chose to steer the conversation toward Trump's economic policies instead. While announcing a lawsuit challenging Trump's tariffs, Newsom referred to the deportation issue as the distraction of the day. This is the debate Trump wants, Newsom said. It's their 80-20 issue, not ours. They'd rather talk about immigration than face accountability for tariffs and inflation. Indeed, the White House and Trump allies seem eager for this fight. Trump mocked Van Hollen on Truth Social, claiming he looked like a fool in El Salvador, and accused him of grandstanding. Polls show the strategy may be working. A new CNBC poll found that 53% of Americans approve of Trump's handling of the southern border and 52% support his deportation efforts. However, his numbers are much weaker on economic issues, with 57% disapproving of his tariffs and 60% unhappy with his handling of inflation and the cost of living. Some Democratic strategists argue that immigration is simply not the issue where their party has strong footing. Focusing opposition on the border just plays into Trump's narrative, said one Democratic operative, speaking anonymously. Voters already view Democrats as weak on immigration. It's a trap. Another strategist suggested there's room to fight on multiple fronts, but emphasized the economy is the clearest point of contrast. This is about the billionaire boys club, they said. Voters are thinking about prices and the economy, yesterday, today, and in November. Still, the administration released documents alleging Abrego Garcia had gang ties and that his wife once sought a restraining order against him, claims Garcia denies. His wife, who has since dropped that case, now supports his return and criticizes the deportation as unjust. Democratic pollster Natalie Jackson weighed in, suggesting Garcia may not be the best symbol for the party's case, tweeting that Democrats need a better hero for due process. Others argue that the party's cautious approach is exactly the problem. Liberal advocate Kat Abigazala, who is challenging Representative Jan Schakowsky in Illinois, said Democrats are normalizing Trump's actions when they should be rallying against them. The fact that Van Hollen had to fly to El Salvador alone is a shame, she said. If they can get rid of due process for one group, they can do it to anyone. Authoritarianism doesn't stop at the first target. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more news and updates.